Hello dear students, welcome to CLE Society's Degree College, Chikkodi. Today we are going to discuss a poem for BA First Basic English, that is from Unit 2, Poem 3, titled as Don't Quit. It is written by Edgar Albert Guest. So let's start our discussion with the poet's introduction. Here about the poet, Edgar Guest was born on August 20th in 1881 to Edwin and Julia Wayne Guest. Here Edwin and Julia Guest are the parents of Edgar Guest. Guest was born in Birmingham, that is in England. His father died when the poet was 17 and Guest was forced to drop out of high school and work full time at a newspaper. See, when his father was died, Guest had to quit his education and go for a work, that is full-time work as a newspaper boy. Next, in 1895, he was hired as a copy boy for the Detroit Free Press, where he could work for almost 65 years. See how long time it is. He worked for 65 years as a copy boy in the Detroit Free Press. He worked his way up from a copy boy to a job in the news department. See, he worked in a news department. His first poem appeared on December 11, 1898. See, his first poem was appeared in December 1898. Next, Guest married Nellie Crossman in 1906 and they had 3 children. They both had 3 children. And Nellie Crossman here, the Nellie Crossman was the wife of Guest. His brother Harry printed his first 2 books that are named as Home Rhymes and Just Glad Things in a small edition. His brother Harry helped him to print his first books. Next, Guest had been called the poet of the people most often. See, Guest had been called as a poet of the people. Now, next we will see why did he called as the poet of the people. Here, poet of the people has a significance. This particular sentence had a significance. We will see it. Most often his poems were 14 lines long and presented a deeply sentimental view of a everyday life. See, why did he called as a poet of the people? Now, why did he called as the poet of the people? Because he presented a deeply sentimental view of a everyday life. Because he presented a deeply sentimental view of a everyday life. That's why he is called as a poet of the people. Next, he considered himself a newspaper man who wrote verses. He considered himself newspaper man because he worked as a copy boy for a long time, almost 65 years. That's why he considered himself as a newspaper boy. Of his poem, he himself said, of his poem, I take simple everyday things that happen to me and I figure it happens to a lot of other people and I make simple rhymes out of them. See how Albert Guest composes a poem. He takes simple everyday things that happen to him as well as to the other people and he figures out something from the day-to-day life and makes a simple rhymes out of the real life situations. Now, Guest died on 5 August 1959 in Detroit, Michigan. My dear students, let us discuss the poem. We'll start discussing poem line by line. See, in the first line, the poet starts the poem, when things go wrong as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill. See, me, you and others, we didn't born by taking a golden spoon in our mouth. Here the poet is saying that when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, one or the other day our time will go wrong. We will have struggle in our life. We have to struggle for our life. When the road you are trudging seems all uphill, and when the bad time comes to you, your journey will be looks like a uphill. It will go hard for you to move forward. Okay, here that's how the Edward gets saying us that one or the other day a bad time will come to us and we have to face it. In the next line, when the funds are low and the debts are high. See, in this particular line, what he is trying to say us that in this situation, when the struggle comes to you feels like your fund is low and your debts are high. See, to move forward in our life, to achieve something in our life, we make debts. We take something from here, something from there to run our life. That's how one day when the time hits you, it hits like you that you starting feeling like that I have a very low fund but I have very high debts. Okay, and you want to smile but you have to sigh. See how very emotional, a very motivational, a very inspirational line he had created here. And you want to smile but you have to sigh. Look, when the bad time comes to you, you have to smile, but what happens to you? You have to sigh. You wanted inside from you that you have to smile, but you have to sigh. Okay, when care is pressing you down a bit, when care is pressing you down a bit, here care is nothing but your worries, your frustration, your tension in your life. The time had arrived to you, the bad time had comes to you. Then you feels like the care, the frustration, the tension is pulling you down. Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Here the poet says, however the time comes to you, if you feel very frustrated, take a rest. Take a rest for a while, but don't quit. Next, life is a queer with its twists and turns. See, life is a queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometime learns. See, as we discussed about the introduction of the poet, we see there that when he is a very young, his father had died, and because of his father's death, he had to quit his studies and move for the work, move for the financial help for his family. He had to run his family. That's how one or the other time the time will comes to you, the bad time will comes to you. Okay, and many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. See, many failures do not remain so but turn into success, and a person who had been losing would have won if he had not given up. See, when our time goes wrong, we think that we had tried very best but we have to quit now. But those who quit, they will not win. Those who take one more chance, they will win. They will win. Next, don't give up though the pace seems slow. Here the poet says that when all the struggle, you are walking with all the struggles on your shoulders, at that time you will think that your pace is going so slow to your dream. You will feel that you are not able to do now. You feels like we have to give up now, but you may succeed. You may succeed with another blow. Take one another chance and bounce. Okay, take one other chance and bounce, but don't give up. Often the struggler has given up when he might capture the victor's cup. See, sometimes what happens, we achieve something, it's a very small amount of achievement, but what do we think? We think that we had achieved a lot in the life, and that time we feels that we had achieved, we had captured the victor's cup. We think that we captured the victor's cup, but your journey has not ended yet. You have to struggle more for your more achievements. The small achievement is nothing. You don't become egoistic with your smallest achievements. You have to achieve a big in your life. At that time, often the struggler has given up when he might capture the victor's cup. We think that we had achieved, now we have to stop here. But when you stop, it means you had given up. And he learned too late when the night slipped down. Here, your journey breaks down. How close he was to the golden crown. There, you will not remember that how close you are to the golden crown. Your journey, your struggle makes you that you cannot understand how near you are to your big achievement. But with the smaller achievement, you gives up. Here, poet says that for the smaller achievements, you should not give up. Don't quit. In the next lines, success is failure turned inside out. See, success is nothing but a failure. We think that success is a success, but behind the success there is a failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubts. Success is a failure turned inside out means, here we think that a successful person, he is succeeded, but we don't think that behind that success there is a failure. He might be failed for 1,000 times, but he had taken one chance, and that chance bounced back him. That he is a failure turns into success. And the silver tint of the clouds of doubts. Here the poet mentioned the silver tint of the clouds of doubts. Here sometimes what happens when we are struggling in our life, we cannot think broadly, we cannot think much. That doubts, that tensions is like a silver cloud. You can see how he considered the life to the silver clouds. Here, the clouds of doubts. We not look behind. We do not look out of the cloud. It's like a blur in front of us that we could not move out of the cloud. But out of the cloud, there is a success. And you never can tell how close you are. You feel that you are totally blurred with your tensions, your worries, your troubles in your life. But take rest for a while and then bounce back. And you never can tell how close you are. That time, you yourself don't know that how close you are to your life, how close you are to your success. It may be near when it seems so far. Here he says, it may be near when it seems so far. When struggle hits us, when time hits us very badly, we think that we are so far, but you have to take rest and think that you are very near. In next lines, so here Albert Guest says that, so stick to the fight when you are hardest hit. When the time hits you very hardly, you have to stick to the fight. You have to stick to the fight. You should not leave the fight. It's when things seem worse, you must not quit. However the time comes to you, how hard a time comes to you, how hard troubles come to you, you should stick to the fight. When things seem worst, when all the things seem worst, you must not quit. Here Edgar Albert Guest says that it's when things seems worse that you must not quit. He says not to give up the fights even when we are hardest hit, and when things get worse, we must never give up. See how motivational poem it is, how a real life based poem it is. Day-to-day life, me, you and others go through the bad situations, but we should take rest and think twice and take a decision, but you should not quit. That's what all about the poem. The poet had put in front of us. From the poem, we have to learn many things. We have to learn. We should not give up. So, my dear students, this is all about a poem Don't Quite, written by Edgar Albert Guest. So, for today, this is, I think you had understood very well. This is all for today. We will discuss further units in our next class. Till then, you guys take care of yourself. Be healthy, be happy. Keep charging. Thank you so much.